Now, I called for a sheriff. I do not want your presence on the property here.
So what's going on?
I have a video of my house I'd like to show you of the incident that took place on Easter. Now, I just walked down to the store. I had to return the key to the restaurant thanks to these gentlemen, this gentleman here harassing me repeatedly.
Okay,
I got fired from my job.
You're here to talk to me.
Okay. So anyways, I went down to return the key to the restaurant I work for. I cashed my paycheck. I went to the dollar store, picked up a few things. I was walking home, and this gentleman that I previously called you guys about, he come by me again with his truck, revving his engine, spitting smoke out of the rear end of his truck. Now, I called you guys on Easter. I didn't want you to come out because my sister had people here, you know, so yeah, I was trying to let this incident go, but he came back by and did it again tonight, so I called you guys back, you know.
Well, I haven't been out and talked to you before, Aaron, so... How you spell your first name?
A-A-R-O-N-G-I-B-S-O-N. This is my last name.
What's the middle initial, Aaron?
M.
Date of birth for you, sir.
10/23/77.
Phone number?
I don't have it on hand. Do I? I might.
You know your social name?
301-785329.
301.
785329. Phone number is 216-415-2661.
216-415.
2661.
Okay. And do you have a plate number on this truck?
Yes, I did. It's PIR 7444. Now, there's been a group of these trucks. There was also a giant white one. I also have videos of that was coming out previously to these incidents. There's a dark gray one. There's a dark blue one. They all have smokestacks on them.
And you said this happened on Easter, though, right?
Yeah, this incident, you know, that I originally called about happened on Easter. I was trying to let this go, and then this gentleman come back by me again tonight.
What time tonight?
It was, you know, about 8 o'clock. Between 7 and 8:30.
Did he weave at you? Did he...
You know, he was, first of all, he was going awfully fast. You know, he didn't try to move over at all. Like I said, he's doing the same thing all these guys are doing, revving his engine, blowing smoke out of his tailpipe at me. You know, like I said, the video I have from the incident on Easter, you can hear me narrating about how many times this guy turned around and kept coming back at me. Turning around and coming back at me. Like 6 times, 6, 7 times, this guy turned around and came back at me.
100, the advice we're out. Go ahead.
So like I said in the video, if you'd like to see it, I could play it for you. We could fast forward through it a little bit. This gentleman, like I said, you know, I even stated in the video that if this guy comes back by me one more time, he's stalking me. You know what I mean? This guy completely is turning around, coming back, turning around, coming back, turning around, coming back.
Does he live in?
I don't know who he is. I don't know where he lives.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I'll look at it then. We'll see what's going on.
Mark, let's come inside. I don't want to unplug this because it might cut off. I have a ton of videos of these gentlemen. So, you know, there's a lot of footage there.
Where did this happen at tonight?
Same road on 82 there. Winning Street, technically. I was past State Farm when he came back by me.
Did you see him again in the parking lot of IGA in front of Family Dollar?
as I told the dispatcher on the phone, it was the night, or the next night after this incident, this gentleman, like I'd have to go through the videos again, I have it on video, he conveniently showed up at the Family Dollar store down here, you know, around the time that I would normally be there. Not only that, he mimicked my movements because I was looking for Rit dye to dye some clothing. And he showed up at the dollar store. They didn't have any. They told me to go to IGA. I go to IGA. And then I watched this guy as I went back to Cal's restaurant go from the dollar store to IGA. It was almost like he was looking for me.
Well, maybe you pissed him off yelling at him.
No, he was already coming back by me doing this. This guy, I have other videos in here of this guy where I'm on Brocious Road. I can see him coming down 82 through the field, you know, and him doing this to me before any of this even happened. You know, this guy's the reason why I'm hollering. Try recording all this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
How many times did you come by on your street?
Like 6 or 7 times here. I'll even
call
fast forward.
Okay, now, did somebody already come out and handle that call?
No, because I told the lady on Easter, my sister had family here, they were having dinner. You know, there were kids here, I didn't want any police involvement. Like I told the dispatcher, I was trying to let this go because after the incident where he showed up at the dollar store, I had not seen him. But I find it too convenient that he was on the road tonight, the night after I get fired from my job, you know, because I know this guy has to know people that either work at that restaurant or somebody in this town that is causing these problems. Because this is a group of trucks, all with smokestacks in them. You know, I mean, there was a giant white one, Revenant's engine, speeding through Garrettsville in a 25, doing 35. This was, you know, 4 weeks ago, a month ago. There's been blue trucks, there's been gray trucks. They're all almost identical with the smokestacks and everything. Okay. So my belief is that these people all know each other, you know.
Okay.
I was wondering if, you know, after you guys get in touch with this gentleman, if you could possibly give me his name and his personal information so that I might contact an attorney about possibly suing his insurance company.
We're not allowed to do that, but you can get a copy of the report.
Okay.
I don't know how much they block out or what they'll give you or what they want.
Okay. Well, like I said, my intent is to try and get an attorney to go after his insurance company. So, I mean, if the dude's in a truck, aren't vehicles considered deadly weapons? Because the way I seen it read out online is that when a vehicle presents danger to a pedestrian, the pedestrian has the right of way. Now this guy is repeatedly going back by me. He's blowing, you can clearly see where he stops his truck and blows smoke out of his tailpipe at me. You know, he is misusing his vehicle in order to harass somebody and cause trouble for this individual.
All right, well, let me look into it and see what I can do, all right? Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay,
Hey,
all right, well, you have a good night, Mr. Gibson.
So if you have contact with
I wasn't at IGA. I don't want to speak to you. I'm in the
well, I'm here, but I had somebody come call and play with me regarding you, which happened in the village of Garrettsville, so no, I have reason to talk to you.
Oh, okay. Well, no, there was a gentleman, and I was walking up the dollar store. If you'd like to see that video, I can play that back for you as well. I was walking over to the dollar store. Okay. And this gentleman in a truck. Like I said, I've been having a lot of problems with pickup trucks. I put my camera up to make sure there was no problem. He stopped. He told me, put your camera down, put your phone down.
Because he doesn't want to be recorded, okay.
Okay. So I said, hey, it's a free country, I'm making sure I'm safe, I'm okay. And then I went on my way and went into the dollar store.
Well, just so you know, people are sick and tired of you, too, doing the stuff you're doing, okay? Just as much as you're sick and tired of them, okay? At this point, you don't work at Cal's no more. You have no business being in that plaza. Don't come back down there. You understand that?
There's a store down there. I have
no
store. I have to eat. I have no business going to a store.
Trespass will take put up if you want.
So I have no business going to a store to purchase items to eat, to shower with, or anything like that. Is that what you're telling me, Officer Juan?
Store.
Oh, no, you wait a minute, back up. You just told me that was trespassing, that I was not allowed to go to that plaza at all whatsoever because I no longer work at Cal's. Now, there's a store there, a facility where I have to purchase things.
Is the stores open? then you can go to
That's
the store.
exactly what I did. I returned my key to Brian Rader. I cashed my paycheck, and I went to the store, sir.
This incident tonight, you have that on camera?
Yes, sir, I do.
Let's see it.
We're okay with that.
And Aaron, while they're looking at that, okay, you commented that you have issues with that particular truck, what you just explained to the deputy, and several other ones,
Right.
causing you grief and problems on your route to and from work.
Right.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Speeding, causing you problems, causing you grief.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, then let me ask you this question. When my officers, myself included, are sitting up in that area, whether it's at State Farm, whether it's the bay window, or whatnot, hear me out, okay? We're sitting there, and as you're walking by, you want to film us, you can film us. I don't care about that, okay? But you're out there trying to taunt the officers, yell at the officers, yell profanities at the officers, and accusing the officers that they're harassing you and following you. Why is that the case when we are there looking for traffic infractions on your to and from way to work, okay?
Tim, I have a video in here where one of these trucks come by me, and the guy flipped me off, and there was a unit sitting down at State Farm, along with, it looked like a gentleman in an undercover vehicle. That guy passed right by him. They didn't even blink. Didn't even go after him. And second of all, you know, you officers tend to seem to show up an awful lot whenever I seem to leave my job and lock up. Coincidentally, I mean, your timing must be impeccable. You guys always seem to show up when I leave from my job or when I leave from my house to go to work.
So what?
You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Hear me out. Give me 1 second here. Hear me out. Okay. And then when these guys are doing this, you guys are never conveniently around. That's like, you know, I had a unit come, you know, I have Eric Dunn on video stating that Brochus Road is sheriff territory. There's nothing you guys can do. Yet you guys tend to follow me up and down the road. I have numerous videos of you guys doing this evening after evening.
Brochus Road is a shared venue road.
But the point is, you guys are coming up and down, and when I'm on my walk home, and you're doing it intentionally, and you guys
we're not.
That's what I don't understand, but yet you complain about all these people harassing you, so we put officers in the
You know,
area to
this
try
is
and
America.
do it.
I have the right.
On us.
This is America. I have the right to be different than other people.
This is all on it, like 82,
Yeah,
from what I can see.
it's a long video. You know, it's a 50-minute walk there. This is where I'm walking up.
You know,
Wait. I was being polite. I asked the gentleman what his name was. He cursed at me.
But you understand people get nervous when other people just
Point cameras at
point
them?
cameras at them.
Well, you know, like I said, I have to do this 24 hours a day. I lost my job because I have employees and people at this restaurant. I have videos of people removing screws, doing all kinds of strange things, you know, all right? And, you know, I took videos of this, and I'm getting fired because these people are intentionally doing things to irritate me, you know what I'm saying, to provoke me, to cause problems for me. You know, that's just like the night I was outside doing work for Carole King, and these officers showed up. Now, hear me out. Yes, you got a call, but you and I have had issues, and we know this. My feeling is the appropriate action was, since me and Tim don't have problems, Tim could have came up, drove by, seen what I was doing. If it looked like I was doing something inappropriate, he could have handled that situation. Instead, you bring up 3 units and you get out and get in my face.
Okay, Aaron, look at me. Talk to me. Okay? That night, I was there, if you recall.
Yeah.
Okay? And that initial call was for a male with a hammer looking as if they was trying to break a window of cows.
Okay, but
Let's hear me out, okay? We know you work there,
yes.
okay? And did I assume that was probably you, possibly you? Yes, okay? But in this job, I can't assume. Okay? And so, we're going to go, because if it is not you, what was it, 2 years ago, somebody broke out the front window of the doors and went in there and stole the stuff? Hear me out. Okay, I don't know that. These officers don't know that until we get there and assess the problem.
Okay, but my
And
point
once
is,
we found out it was you, we tried to explain, you got all agitated and irritated.
yeah,
and
because
we left.
you yelled. I have that on video as well. You yelled at me and told me to calm down. He
Exactly.
told me to put down the tools. I told him to stay the F away from me.
Exactly.
Because this man has been all over me ever since the day I took over for Denzel
But you
Hecker.
took offense that night that we was there harassing you.
Because
we
you-
wasn't.
What-
We was there answering a legitimate call that came in with an unknown male with a hammer trying to break a window.
Can I ask
Now,
you
if
this?
Can't
Can I
understand
ask you
that,
this?
I'm sorry.
Okay, now the night I wrecked my car was February 14th, 2016. I walked to work in a snowstorm wearing a Punisher Skull ski mask. You guys think that it's a coincidence that somebody broke into Cal's restaurant wearing a mask? What was that, a week, 2 weeks later? After calling you guys about help with people messing with my cars, after going to the sheriff's department about this, I'm telling you this is no coincidence.
It actually was, because that guy actually broke into several other businesses in Kent and other areas and was caught by Stowe Police Department when he broke into a business there. So he had nothing to do with this area at all. He just happened to pick cows when he was...
I don't believe that. I don't believe that wholeheartedly. Because you know, it's awful funny. The girl they hired at Cal's that was a heroin junkie, her and her old man lived in Kent. You know, there's a lot of strange coincidences that I have attorneys that I spoke with today that agree that these coincidences don't sound like coincidences.
All of our calls, Steve, stem from your behavior.
Because I walk to work, because they don't like the way I look.
And your attitude towards us is why 2 and 3 officers show up at a time.
Oh.
Okay? And actually, I was going to hang back that night that they were talking about, and these two were on the side of the building looking to see if they could see anybody, and you charged out the front door yelling...
I was, oh, wait a minute. First of all, let's step back. I have that on video.
So do I.
Because, okay, good. Now, I was already outside on a crate. Yes, I was. I was already outside on a crate when you guys approached me.
You were not. You were inside, because the officer went around the front, saw the crate, didn't see anybody. Him and the other officer went around the side of the building.
Well, then you guys must have came out when I went inside to get something.
You came charging out of the building, yelling and screaming with a hammer in your hand. That's when I yelled at you to put the hammer down.
No.
I
Where,
know videos. You come down
okay.
the station, we'll watch it together.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what. I was already out there. I was already had tools in my hand. Yeah.
See, you're not remembering things properly.
No, I don't think you're remembering things properly. I'm going to have to check my video to see if you're correct. I'll do that. I'll do that this evening.
All right, well,
But like I
I'll
said,
see what I can do.
this gentleman,
about that.
like I said,
if you're walking on the road, I'm just telling you. I'm not making excuses for him, but it is a highway, and people's going to be running.
I understand that, but like I said, you know, vehicles are considered deadly weapons. When there's a vehicle presents danger to a pedestrian,
Someone's trying to run you over.
The only time a pedestrian has a right-of-way is in a crosswalk.
Yeah.
that when I looked that up in the Ohio laws, in Ohio it stated that the pedestrian has a right-of-way whenever a motor vehicle presents danger to that pedestrian. That's what the Ohio Revised Code that I read said. It said whenever a motor vehicle presents danger to a pedestrian, the pedestrian has the right-of-way. So you might want to look that up.
You keep walking the roadway.
I'm not in the middle of the road. I'm on the other side of the white line.
Okay.
You know, I filmed this over and over
But
again.
you also gotta remember, some of those big trucks got wide mirrors, so you gotta make sure you're off
Look,
the roadway
okay.
enough.
I understand that, but this
I'm
has
just
been
letting you know,
intentionally. This is being intentionally done.
Okay.
You know, so you know, I have videos that go back for almost 2 years showing how these people come out every day to mess with the guy that's different from everybody else around here, and it's ridiculous, is what it is.
But no matter what situation you're in, you seem to be the victim in everything.
What am I doing? What am I doing? Walking to work?
Saying, everything. Somebody's sabotaging your car. Somebody got you fired from work. Somebody's trying to run you off the road.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you have video evidence that day you and Tim here showed up at the, in between Cal's and the dollar store, and you patted me down and took my knives out of my pocket and all that? Did you have video evidence of the off-duty officer that called in and said I was carrying a pipe and a rock? Did you have pictures or video of that?
Yeah, I have video of our encounter, yes.
No, but did you have video of what this man said I allegedly did?
I have a recording at the station somewhere of the report.
But did you physically see this happen? Did you have evidence enough to come up there and jump my ass about what you were told?
Yes.
You had video. You had video.
The crime occurred, and I had every right to be out there talking to you, and I have video of our encounter.
Did you have right to threaten me with the Kevin Coleman Center?
All I did was ask you to go talk to them. Because
no, you told me you were going to refer me to the Kevin Coleman Center.
Exactly, because the way you're acting, the way you feel that everybody's out to sabotage you, the way you're out saying that the police department's going to sabotage you, everybody else is out to get you, to me you're displaying behaviors that represent some type of mental health issue, and I believe that you do need to see somebody at the Kevin Coleman Center. I still believe that, Aaron.
Well, that's funny, because I went to the Kevin Coleman Center years ago. My sister and I had an argument.
You weren't like this years ago.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was. Yeah. How do you know? Because you weren't around back then. You did not work for the Arizona Police Department back then. But you weren't involved in that incident.
About
Pfeiffer was.
I've known you several years now.
Okay, well, yeah, but how much have you seen me since 2004, 2005? Because, Tim, I haven't hung out in this town at all since 2004, 2005.
It's been a while.
I haven't worked in this town for many, many years. You do not see me frequenting bars in this town. Okay, the only time you officers have ever seen me in probably the past 7, 8 years is going to a store on my way to work or on my way home.
Correct.
So, how is it that I have all these problems when you guys don't see me this often?
Take yourself back a couple of years. I was still newer, full-time, so that'd be about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, where there was a road rage incident involving you in another car, and you got out and pulled a knife at somebody to save for. You remember this?
This gentleman followed me into a gas station.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, I do remember this.
I was the officer that had you and the gentleman at the station talk to the gentleman and saved you from felonious assault charges.
First of all, I did not assault this man. This man was the one who initiated this whole thing. He followed me into a gas station. I had no idea what this gentleman was about to do. Second of all, I came straight to the police department after they called you. Okay?
Again, you're the victim. I'm telling you...
I was on the way home from the hospital seeing my dying mother.
I'm telling you...
Where was he coming from?
That...
Is it a coincidence?
Had every right to file charges on you, and because of your situation, because of where you're coming from, I talked to him. He decided not to, and if you remember, he came back and the guy ended up offering to help you out. And
he didn't. No, I gave him my email address, and I never heard from him. Until that night, do you remember when Shingleton showed up, Deputy Shingleton showed up out here on Brochus Road? Wasn't that the same gentleman that was in the middle of that truck that we're speaking about from that incident that evening? Because I believe it is. And I believe the girl that was present with him that night at the Garrettsville Police Department also coincidentally got a job at Cal's Restaurant working during the day there.
Okay.
So doesn't that seem strange to you that this guy is out following me up and down roads, harassing me with buddies in a truck after this incident? Then his girlfriend that was with him that evening gets a job at the restaurant I work for? And then there's all these strange trucks trying to cause me problems. There are people breaking into Cal's Restaurant. None of this seems strange to you. Have you ever heard the old saying, sometimes the truth seems stranger than fiction?
And sometimes shit just happens, brother.
No. There's a line where coincidences stop becoming coincidence.
Okay. All right. Well, I will look into that incident for you, Aaron. All right.
Now these officers just left here, and you hear Tim Christopher and Officer Juan making excuses after excuses. These people do not know me. I have not lived, like I said, I lived in Kent, you know what I mean? I do not talk to anybody. I do not go anywhere because of the prejudice, racial crap that goes on in this town. Okay? And seeing as how I have a picture of Aaron King handing this officer a $4,000 check, these guys have no reason to do any of the stuff that they were doing that I have on video. Okay? Causing me grief, so on and so forth. Alright? And like I said, you can clearly hear in this recording these two officers trying to make excuses for themselves. It's amazing that they don't see a coincidence between the fact of the night of the incident that Officer Juan brought up, the fact that this is the same kid out here on the road, okay, messing with me in a truck the night Deputy Shingleton showed up, and they also don't seem to think that it's a coincidence that the girl that was present that night at the police department from the incident Officer Juan spoke about just decided to get a job and start working at Cal's restaurant. Come on, man.